So YouTube right now is a little bit strange because some folks are having problems seeing my videos pop up in their subscriptions, even though I'm uploading videos. So to help you guys out with that real quick, you have the subscription icon right here, and then next to it, there should be a bell. In fact, for all my videos, that should be the case. Subscribe, the bell right next to it. So if you're not subscribed, what you should do, subscribe, then you have the bell, you click on the bell, then you have notifications from King of Lightning, you click on that box right here, then you click on save, obviously. That should help you guys be far more aware of when I'm uploading videos to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals One Piece. Whoa, chapter 853 review. You always got to use the wall. The wall gives it that impact, like, yeah, One Piece. Love that shit. Now, if you've not seen the live reaction, there'll be a link in the box below for the live reaction of the chapter. This chapter has 4 main parts to it from a structure, pacing standpoint. The most important part for the overall story by far is the first point, because the first point implies a whole slew of things, which is insane, absolutely insane for the story. Mainly pertains to the Three-Eyed Tribe, which is, if they are real, keyword right there, if they are real, then Robin's weight in the story has dramatically decreased. And we can assume that if Big Mom knows, then other Yonko tier people, and probably the Gorosei and cats like them, they also are aware of the existence of the Three-Eyed Tribe as well. But that being said, moving on, we have 4 parts, again, for the overall structure and the pacing of the chapter. We have number 1, the Big Mom, the Brook, and the Pudding stuff, which is very important stuff. If it's all real, if it's all true, that's number 1. Number 2 is the Pedro versus Baron Tamago / Viscount Chick / Count Chicken or Duke Chicken. That was relatively short. Then you have Pedro going to the Mirror World with Chopper and Carrot, and now they're searching for Nami, Luffy, and Sanji. And then finally you have the 4th part, which is Luffy talking to Reiju about Sanji. We get to see Sanji that part as well for a bit, for like 1 page. That ends off with Luffy returning to the place where he talked to Sanji first in the arc, where he's gonna wait from there because that is their promised place. So those are the 4 parts of the chapter. When it comes from a structure and pacing standpoint, relatively simple, straightforward, nothing too big there. Now, when it comes to characterization, let's start, of course, with the insane big bitch, Big Mom. Big Mom has 3, as far as you know at this point in time, there could be more, but Big Mom has 3 uniquely soul-endowed beings that are around her at almost all times. Zeus, the Thunderhead, Prometheus, the Sun, and the Hat, Napoleon. Apparently the Hat can fight, based on what she's implying, because when she has Brook in her hands like a toy, I did not like seeing Brook like that. Petting Brook and shit like he was a hamster. Oh my. Someone needs to off her head. Either way, according to what she states, Brook can't beat those 3. It includes the Hat. So when it comes to characterization, that's on the part of her power. Now, the second part of her characterization is going to be, it is implied heavily that she and Roger knew each other. They had direct contact with each other. And she feels that Roger took advantage of her. Not in that way. Oh, please. No, never. No. Roger, no. No. Don't. Oh, just. It's just. Oh, why'd I say it like that? No. Roger took advantage of Big Mom in the sense of there was a poneglyph that Big Mom had access to. And with Roger's power, he was able to get information from that poneglyph. So, characterization in the part of Big Mom, it is her powers. We get more insight on her powers, how Zeus, Prometheus, and the Hat, Napoleon, they are unique. And then it is the history between her and Roger, which I'll get to in greater detail real soon. Second for characterization is going to be Pudding. And Pudding is apparently a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. The 3rd eye is a result of her genetics, supposedly. You see how I'm going with that? All right, it's not like set in stone. It's not like a 100% fact at this point in time that this clan actually exists. But according to what Big Mom said, and according to Pudding's reaction and her dialogue about achieving the true opening of her 3rd eye, which is also part of her characterization, but also the tribe's characterization, if this tribe actually exists, and how with that, she could also attain the same power that Roger had, which is crazy. If we take it at face value, this is crucial characterization for Pudding, as well as a sizable leap in the overall story progression. Moving on from there, characterization number 3 is Baron Tamago, who can transform, who can evolve into 2 other forms. When his egg-like body is broken, the yolk transforms into another version of himself. So he levels up every time. He goes from Baron Tamago to Viscount Chick to Count Chicken. So we can't tell how much more powerful he is in Viscount Chick or Count Chicken form. We may see Count Chicken later on, because I don't think Tamago is completely down and out, but for the time being, we just don't really know. And then finally for characterization, there is a bit for Carrot, where Carrot, we see how good her drawings are and her style of artwork, and it's way better than Kanjiro, but it's still very wonky and kind of takes it back. Like, why are Sanji, Luffy fanboyed up? Like, why Pedro as well? It's like, what's happening there? So it's pretty ridiculous, but it's comical nonetheless, and that's for characterization. In the 4th part of the chapter, Luffy's just Luffy. Nothing new for characterization. Finally, story progression. I'm gonna save the first part for last. Baron Tamago, again, he appears to Viscount Chick, Count Chicken, Baron, I'm gonna call him Baron Tamago. Alright, the other names, fuck him. Listen, Tamago and company, they seem to be out of commission at this point in time because of, again, the suicide bomber actions of Pedro. I mean, Pedro even says, well, I guess it's time to go out. And then it's like, what the fuck? But apparently it was all a plan that he, Carrot, and Chopper concocted within a few seconds' time. It appeared he was gonna go out in this big explosion and take all these guys out with him, but in reality, it's time to dip into the mirror world. That was smooth. They're gonna try and save Luffy, Sanji, Nami, whoever, via the world of mirrors. So that's the first part of the story progression. Then you have the second part of story, where Luffy, he talked to Reiju. He wanted to find Sanji to let Sanji know that Pudding, she's an evil bitch. Sanji already knew that. Reiju tells Luffy that tried to convince him to leave, but he ain't leaving, because if he does leave, then someone in the Baratie restaurant's gonna die. Luffy, he's still hungry, but he's happy that Sanji knows that Pudding's evil bitch, and he's going to the spot where he met Sanji so he can wait there because that's the promised place. So when it comes to those 3 parts, they're only really for the sake of this arc. Those 3 parts by themselves, alright, okay, plus, not really a big deal. It's the first part where it's like, what? Okay, so here is the meat of this chapter review. Well, first of all, we see that Brook is defeated. All right, Brook, he had no secret plan, nothing. Brook was absolutely crushed by Big Mom, by Prometheus, by Zeus, and potentially by Napoleon the Hat, and Brook got his ass murked. So, no hidden thing on Brook, or maybe he did have a hidden thing but didn't work. Moving on. The history between Big Mom and Goldie Roger. It's juicy. It's not fully stated as to what actually happened. The fact of the matter is, with that power, he did read the poneglyph that was in Big Mom's possession. The assumption here is that it was in her possession, and the last thing she wants is to make that same mistake again. Since Roger was able to get close enough to the poneglyph that Big Mom had, because it depends on what happened specifically, but if Roger did get that close to the poneglyph and like Big Mom let him do so, it maybe was the case that Big Mom and Roger were on good terms, like Roger and Whitebeard were. Ultimately, it seems Goldie Roger and Big Mom were on okay terms at the very least, if he could get that close to the poneglyph itself, if he actually needed to be close in the first place. Maybe it was like a ways away, hidden away by Big Mom, but he could still hear the voice of the poneglyph. I would assume that his power to hear the voice of all things is more refined than what we see with Luffy, where Luffy just happens sometimes. It appears that Goldie Roger could actually control the power, but again, that's to assume a lot of things that we just don't know. At the very least, Big Mom, Roger had contact. Now, we move on to Pudding. Pudding is a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. The Three-Eyed Tribe have, of course, 3 eyes. But the third eye can achieve this thing called True Opening. And with True Opening, it is stated by Big Mom. Big Mom somehow knows this, and I'm wondering how she knows this. But Big Mom states that with achieving True Opening, someone that is a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe, or even a half-breed, they could utilize the same power as Goldie Roger. If we take this notion at face value, then Robin's way in the story gets absolutely crushed. Robin is a very important character, and one of the main reasons why she's so crucial, not only to the crew, but also to the entirety of One Piece. She is the only person that we know of that could read the poneglyphs. But if someone doesn't have to read the poneglyph, but can listen to the voice of the poneglyphs, then Robin becomes unnecessary. So when you have someone like Nekomamushi talk to Robin about how people like the Yonko are going to be gunning for you because you can read the poneglyphs, that is true in a certain sense, because Robin, she's probably easy to find because she's a member of the Triad crew. So you can find Robin maybe easier than the Three-Eyed Tribe. But the fact that they still exist, the Three-Eyed Tribe, that means that you don't have to go for Robin per se. You can target one of these guys and maybe force him or find one that has achieved true opening. That's crazy. So understand that Robin goes from a necessity to you don't really need her. She's the easiest option, but you don't really need her. That is a huge difference in the worth of a character in a story. Again, for the Triad crew, she's crucial. But let's say someone like Kaido, he has his own poneglyph. Maybe he also has a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe under his wing. Or maybe he's searching for members of the Three-Eyed Tribe. You don't need Nico Robin. However, this comes with a huge grain of salt, and I will talk about this in more detail in a separate discussion video. Is this an actual real tribe? This is the first time we're hearing about the Three-Eyed Tribe, and I want to bring up something that showed a lot of the variants of human beings that existed within the One Piece world. And that is the human shop, the human auctioning house list of the subhumans and humans and how much they were worth. So if you look at this list right here, not only do they have the Tontata, the dwarves, but also they have mink men. Oda alluded to the mink way back when. Again, 700,000. Long arm, long legs, and then you have snake necks. Now I'm assuming that the long neck tribe that we've seen in this arc, this girl right here, I forgot her name was, she must be a member of the snake neck. She has to be. Then you have fishermen, you have giants, you have merfolk, you have male, females, devil fruit users, but there's an absence of three-eyed human beings. So again, my assumption here is that if these people are that crucial to, let's say, reading poneglyphs and whatnot, the Marines, higher-ups in the world government, like let's say the Gorosei, they would know. Oh, they would have to know. The foundation of their world government itself would crumble if you have people that could actually read the true history of the world. I mean, shit, look what they did to Clover. O'Hara got wiped out because of that reason. So this tribe would be under massive surveillance. And also, I will say this. We don't see Skypians on the list of the human trade shop. And one of the reasons why the world government would probably actually have the Three-Eyed Tribe in the human shop list is because if they are captured and sold off, like let's say Tenryubito, even if that three-eyed person does achieve true opening, they're gonna be slaves anyway. So no worries there. So you have to wonder, is that really the case here? If that's a lie, what's going on with Pudding's third eye? I'll bring up these same points as well as new points in a separate discussion video, and that's the review. This chapter I'm gonna say is a good plus to great. I'm not going to go to a full-blown great because, again, there is that level of uncertainty there. So it's not completely story shifting yet until we get like 100% confirmation. Now, until that point in time, chapter rating, once again, a good plus to great, which is a 7.75 out of 10. Rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day.